Namaskar and welcome to Parliament News. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. First up, news from Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha today passed the Criminal Procedure Identification Bill 2022. The bill seeks to authorize for taking measurements of convicts and other persons for the purposes of identification and investigation in criminal matters and to preserve records. It provides for legal sanction for taking appropriate body measurements of persons who are required to give such measurements, which include finger impressions, palm print, footprint impressions, photographs, iris and retina scan, physical, biological samples and their analysis, among others. It will make the investigation of crime more efficient and expeditious and will also help in increasing the conviction rate. Legislation also empowers National Crime Records Bureau of India to collect, store and preserve the record of measurements and for sharing, dissemination, destruction and disposal of records. The bill provides for empowering police or prison officer to take measurements of any person who resists or refuses to give measurements. Replying to a debate on the bill, Union Home Minister Amit Shah said the only motive behind bringing the bill is to enhance conviction rates in the country as well as bringing down crime rates. The aim is also to spread a stern message in the society by ensuring conviction in criminal cases, giving data of conviction rates. Shah mentioned that as per the data of National Crime Records Bureau NCRB in 2020, the conviction rates is 24% only in attempt to murder cases. He said adequate safeguards are available in the bill to ensure data privacy. Amit Shah said Criminal Procedure Identification Bill will act as a defender of human rights of crores of law-abiding citizens. He mentioned that due to the lack of evidence, 7.5 lakh criminal cases are closed every year in India. He added that the new bill will strengthen the criminal justice system of the country. Home Minister also said the government will bring a model act for jail reforms which is under finalization. He said when finalized, the model act will be sent to the states. Under it, there will be provision for counselling for jail inmates. Earlier, moving the bill in Lok Sabha, Home Minister Amit Shah said the bill will replace the Identification of Prisoners Act 1920 and would strengthen collection of evidence and further help with investigation. He informed that the government has held extensive discussions with states before putting forth the bill. Shah asked members to not look into the bill in isolation, but along with the upcoming Prison Act manual. Initiating discussion on the bill, Manish Tiwari of Congress raised questions over the intents of the bill and demanded for referring it to Standing Committee of Parliament for wider consultations. He stressed that the government should come out with this bill by making improvements after holding consultations with the civil society groups. DMK member Dayanidhi Maran also said that the bill should be sent to Standing Committee. Vishnu Dayal Ram of the BJP said that this legislation should be seen beyond politics. He said the legislation, when passed, will help the investigating officers to increase conviction rate. NCP member Supriya Sule said the party supports the bill but has concerns against some provisions of it. BSP member Danish Ali alleged that the bill gives immense liberty to police who can collect data related to common man and nobody is responsible for the security of the particular data. Opposing the bill, Congress member Gaurav Gogoi said that no assurance has been given by the government that whether the provisions of the bill will not be abused. Speaking in support of the bill, BJP member Dr. Satyapal Singh said that presently the conviction rate in India is only 14% and many accused walk away on account of lack of evidence. He said that this bill will not only help in collecting evidence and conducting scientific investigation but also safeguard human rights. Other members including Mahua Moitra, Saugata Roy of the TMC, Bhautahari Mahatab of BJD, E.T. Mohammad Bashir of IUML also participated in the discussion. Home Minister Amit Shah assured the House that the bill has not been brought to misuse any personal data but to establish procedures that is in accordance with changes in time. He said the current law doesn't allow to take measurements of the body as per latest tech advances, and that is the gap this bill seeks to address. He said some states like Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal have already brought in some changes in their criminal procedure laws. He also assured that there is not a word about minorities in the bill and the opposition member should not raise it just to appeal to their vote banks. Countering the opposition's charge on human rights, Shah said members should also respect the human rights of those who are victims of crimes. He further argued that countries like United States, United Kingdom are among countries that have such a law. Amit Shah said government will refer the bills to the standing committee when it later brings bill seen to amend the Code of Criminal Procedure or Evidence Law. Home Minister said the bill should not be seen in isolation but along with the Model Prison Manual that will be introduced later to replace the Identification of Prisoners Act 1920. The prison model has various provisions like rehabilitation, mainstreaming of prisoners, limiting the rights of jail officials, maintaining discipline, security of jails, separate jails for women and open jails. He said Criminal Procedure Identification Bill not only will help in overcoming the issues faced under the current law but will also strengthen evidence collection. Home Minister said that until the power to prove a crime in the court of law is not increased, it will be difficult to strengthen the law and order situation and internal security. He said after the NDA government came to power, the centre has also sought the views of the states. Amit Shah added that the Law Commission in 1980 had also recommended revisiting the present law. Noting that the opposition had raised valid concerns about human rights violation, Home Minister said those concerns have been taken care of. Earlier, members also raised the matters of public importance in the House. Let's now look at updates coming in from Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha proceedings on Monday were adjourned twice during the pre-lunch period after uproar by the opposition members demanding a discussion on the issue of price rise. The 0 hour and question hour were washed out due to the disruptions created by opposition members. Soon after the House met for question hour, opposition members were on their feet demanding discussion on price rise. They wanted a discussion on the issue including rising fuel prices under Rule 267. Earlier, several members from the opposition had given adjournment notices which were rejected by Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu. Rule 267 calls for setting aside business of the day to take up the issue listed. Members who had given notice for suspension of business under Rule 267 were Tiruchi Siva of DMK, Binoy Viswam of CPI, Abhi Ranjan Biswas of Trinamool Congress and K.C. Venugopal of the Congress. The chairman also informed that Dipinder S. Huda of Congress too had given the notice to discuss the resolution passed by Punjab Vidhan Sabha regarding the transfer of the Union Territory of Chandigarh. This notice too was not admitted by the chair. Earlier in the day, 6 newly elected Rajya Sabha members, including 2 from the BJP and 1 from Congress, took oath in House. On Monday, the members are Pavitra Nagarita from the BJP Assam, Ramjan Nazari from United People's Party Liberal UPPL Assam, JB Matharesham from Congress, Kerala, Santosh Kumar from CPI Kerala, A. Rahim of CPI-M Kerala and S. Pangnon Konyak from BJP Nagaland. And with that, we conclude updates from the Parliament News. Namaskar.